Welcome to Leadership and Inner Clarity, Navigating Pressure, Presence and Performance, our podcast series where we explore the mental, emotional and psychological dynamics behind modern leadership and how to reconnect with yourself while leading effectively. I'm Falko Wiskirchen, leadership coach and naturopath for psychotherapy with over 12 years of experience supporting leaders in their professional and personal challenges. Today's topic is the price of availability, work, family, and the constant feeling of guilt. There's a quiet tension that many leaders carry, often without speaking about it. It's the feeling of always being on, always reachable, always expected to respond. And yet, even while performing, there's a subtle, persistent whisper in the mind. I should be doing more. I'm letting someone down. This is the paradox of leadership availability. The more responsibility you hold, the more the world expects from you. And the more you try to meet those expectations, the heavier the burden of guilt becomes, not only at work but also at home. Today I want to explore that tension, the emotional conflict between professional responsibility and family life, and why it often leads to chronic guilt. It's easy to frame this as a work-life balance problem. But the issue is rarely about hours, schedules, or efficiency. It's about presence, emotional availability, and the eternal pressure we place on ourselves. Leaders often operate with an implicit rule. If I'm not available, I'm failing. And that rule is powerful. It shapes decisions, responses, and energy levels throughout the day. It keeps you alert, reactive, and perpetually on edge. From a nervous system perspective, being always available keeps the sympathetic system active. Your body is in a subtle state of readiness, scanning, responding, anticipating. Even when you are physically present at home, your system remains in action mode. This creates the experience of emotional absence, and it's often accompanied by guilt. Guilt is the internal signal that something isn't aligned with your values. It's a powerful motivator, but chronic guilt becomes a weight rather than a guide. You may notice it as a low-grade tension in your chest, a restlessness that prevents full engagement with loved ones, or a constant mental commentary about what you should be doing. Let's pause for a moment. As you're listening, bring awareness to your body. Notice where tension appears when you think about family, work and responsibilities. There's no need to fix it. Simply noticing is the first step toward understanding how guilt manifests in leadership. One of the challenges many executives face is that boundaries at work are increasingly blurred. Messages, emails, calls all demand attention at any hour. And in leadership, saying no can feel risky. Over time, this dynamic leads to a sense of perpetual insufficiency. Even if objectively everything is being managed well, internally it feels like a deficit. You feel that you are giving enough at work but not at home, or vice versa. This chronic internal conflict doesn't just affect mental health, it affects relationships. Partners may sense your emotional unavailability even when you are physically present. Children may feel your attention is fragmented. And subtly, these dynamics reinforce the very guilt that leaders are trying to manage. From a coaching perspective, one of the first steps toward relieving this pattern is noticing the implicit rules we live by. The belief that we must always be available, always respond, always deliver. This isn't about laziness or commitment. It's about the nervous system's capacity to sustain constant activation and what happens when it reaches its limits. Leaders who develop healthier responsibility management don't abandon their commitments. They learn to engage with intention. To recognize when presence is required and when it's appropriate to step back. To release guilt when it is unnecessary rather than letting it accumulate unchecked. Let's pause again. Take a slow breath and notice, where does the feeling of guilt arise in your body? Can you allow a moment of compassion toward yourself even while noticing it? This simple recognition is often more powerful than hours of trying to fix the imbalance externally. Leadership does not require total availability. Effectiveness does not require constant sacrifice. And presence, real presence with family, colleagues, or oneself is only possible when the nervous system has room to rest and recover and regulate. If guilt and pressure dominate your life, if you feel caught between responsibilities at work and the needs of home, you are not alone, and support is available. I invite you to book a free initial consultation through my website. This is a confidential space where you can explore how availability, responsibility, and guilt show up in your life, and how to cultivate inner stability and emotional clarity without sacrificing leadership strength. Thank you for taking this time to listen, to reflect, and to pause. And I'll see you in the next episode. And you can find more valuable insights in my other podcasts. Feel free to check them out. And please remember, be good to yourself and take care. You are important. And see you soon. And of course, I would be delighted if you like to support my work by subscribing, liking, and sharing, so that my podcasts reach all the people I would like to help. Thank you.